At the starting gate, make sure you have 2 flags of the same color. When you line up, remember the team must stay in between the front and the back flags. Be ready to count off. You are given 1 second per 3 team members on your team. At Elijah's Chariot, go through the back door. No more than 3 people per seat. No hands are to be outside the windows. Everyone must be seated to count off. Now when you exit Elijah's Chariot, make sure you take every step of the stairs as you go down. You have 45 seconds to get in and out of Elijah's Chariot. And now off to the luggage. The color is assigned at the start, so you better remember what color you are. Listen to the judge and do what he or she says. And now we go to Hezekiah's tunnel. You go through it, not over. And now we arrive at Mount Sinai. Be sure to stay to the right. Go around and then over in between the posts. If you have laps to do, do them before you go over. Face the tires when you are coming down. We will swing over the slough. If the ropes are not swinging, jump for one. If you get a rope but do not make it to the other side, do not swing back and forth. You must drop in. Leaders can't jump for the rope. You cannot push people across, and you cannot grab 2 ropes. No catching people on the opposite side. If you do fall in, you may throw a rope back to your teammates. And now we go to the maze. No talking except for reading the walls. Before entering, the front and the back flag must leave their flags at the door. The first person out of the maze must grab the flag. The exit door is Jesus is the only way! After the maze, run down the path. At Noah's Ark, turn right onto the road. Continue running down to the next obstacle. When you get to the judges, they will instruct you to go to either the Beatitudes, the 12 disciples, or the 10 plagues. If you go to the Beatitudes, draw out a Beatitude from the bucket. This is a 2-man obstacle. One must memorize the Beatitude, and the other one must memorize the response. When in the barrels, one says the Beatitude, while the other says the response. Both the 12 disciples and the 10 plagues follow the same rules. As you step into each tire, shout out the plague or the disciple on the sign beside the tires. When you get to the 5 Ds of the devil, walk across the beam, single file, while dodging the balls as they come at you. If more than 2 team members from the same team get knocked off, that is considered a DQ. Now we are off to the Needle's Eye and the 10 Commandments. Go through the tires using any method you deem necessary. Now pick up a wooden commandment. There will be numbers corresponding to 1 or 2 of the 10 commandments. Shout them out as you go through the barrel with the commandment's number on it. If you draw the commandment that says all, you have to do them all. If you draw the commandment that says mercy, you get to skip this obstacle. The Red Sea can be tricky and a little deceiving. When you think you have it, someone else gets on and the whole thing is shaken up, so be prepared. Be sure to stay in between the boundary markers on the edge of the Red Sea. Do not touch or cross those markers. When getting off, turn around and come down while facing the ropes. No jumping off. And now it's time for Jacob's Ladder. It may look high, but you can do it. And just like with the Red Sea, make sure to stay within the boundary markers. When crossing over to the other side, keep your belly to the bar. As you are going down the ladder, make sure you are facing the net. No jumping off the ladder. At last we reach our final destination, the wall. To begin the obstacle, a leader and 6 team members must be present. You must have 2 spotters in front of the wall and in the back of the wall. The spotters must be wearing goggles and vests. You will hear this next phrase a lot. Hands up, eyes up. You must keep your hands and eyes up at all times just in case someone falls. No leaning on the wall. As you're coming down from the back of the wall, use every step. Do not skip a step or try to jump off. No throwing people over. Once you go over the wall, you cannot be a lifter. You cannot cross the edge of the wall at any time when getting on top or when getting over. Get 1 foot over the wall at first for safety. The next person can't get up until the first guy straddles the wall. In the event you have to let someone back down, they must come to a complete stop before being allowed to touch the ground. If you drop someone, it is an instant Team SB and DQ. All team members must be on the ground to be included in the final count.